What's up, y'all? Jay on the Segway. Today's video, we're gonna talk about these tire sizes, man. You know what I was just thinking? I was like, what if a bear just like came up behind me and just mauled me, and I get to see it on camera because I have a little viewfinder screen, so I see that I'm in the picture. If a bear just comes out of nowhere, just like, rawr. Anyways, as I was saying, so I went on ahead and changed the tire size to 10.5 inches, and the results were impressive. Between the Draggy and the Nami speedometer, they were within half of a mile an hour of each other. Like, realistically, they were like 0.2 to 0.3 of a mile an hour of each other. The Draggy, of course, reading a little bit higher than the Nami. So if the Draggy says it's at 14 miles per hour exactly, the Nami would be showing 13.8. So if you guys prefer accuracy over false stats, like, you know, bragging rights, I guess you can say, because, you know, if your speedo is going to read 360, 364 miles per hour, sorry about you kilometer per hour, guys. I do miles per hour. If you guys want the numbers to read higher, then I guess just leave it stock. Don't change it, right? Just leave it alone. I did make a video already, so I'll put the link to that video below on how to adjust the P settings, so you guys can see, well, how do I go to the tire size and change it? This is what you do. Now, here's something for you PMT guys. I don't have PMTs, so this video is basically for people that's running those stock tires that your Nami comes with, if your Nami doesn't come with PMT tires. If you guys have PMT tires, you may have something different going on, because I heard, talking to my friend Michael, he told me that the PMT tires, the diameter looks smaller than the factory tires on the Nami. So I don't know how that affects the Nami, but if you guys have a Nami with PMT tires, if you live in the Vegas area, if you live, where else do I be going? I guess I could say if you live in the Wichita, Kansas area, if you live in the Kansas City area, Kansas City, Kansas, or Missouri, doesn't matter, same shit, different toilet. If you live in the Omaha, Nebraska area, and you want to see how accurate your tires are, you know, how accurate your Nami is with the PMT tires on 11-inch tire settings, I do have my Draggy. I can come meet up with you, and we can test that and see how accurate. So if you want your stuff to be accurate, then by all means, drop it to 10.5 inches as far as the tire size go, if you have the original tires on your Nami. There was something else I wanted to say. That's something else. The odometer. When I did the range test on the Nami, the odometer of the Nami and the Garmin GPS, they were within a quarter of a mile of each other. The odometer on the Garmin was the lower reading, and I'll tell you why. The test track that I do my range test on is, it goes, but you see how I'm below an awning right now. Let me just show you guys real quick. You see that? A concrete awning. About, let me just adjust this camera. About, there's about 8 miles. No, it's more like 6 miles. 6 miles of my ride on the test course is below an awning like this, but it's not just the awning, it's the actual interstate. You kind of go in and out of it, but you're about 95% under it. So what that does is, now you're losing GPS signal on the Garmin GPS, right? So now it can't give me the accurate reading. I do not have the Garmin wheel sensors on the Nami's wheels, as is impossible, practically, kind of, sort of. So that's where the Garmin starts to lose its speed accuracy and its distance accuracy. So when you look at Google Maps, you guys can do this, actually. You don't even need the Draggy unit. What you do is, you go on your Google Maps. This section here is for you guys to go on Google Maps. I use Google Maps, so if you have any other web browser that you use or any other navigating program that can use it, set a point A and a point B, preferably in a straight line, for the most accurate distance reading as possible, and go on ahead and do the test yourself if you have a Draggy. Okay, now that I have your attention, once again, what you want to do is you want to look at the Draggy, the speedometer on the cell phone screen. That is from the Draggy unit. You're looking at that speed, and you're looking at the Garmin on the far left. You're looking at the screen of that on the bottom left corner on the Garmin. That'll be your speed. You want to see how those two are almost always matching each other. Once you look at those two speedometers, then you look at the Nami speedometer and see what it's reading. And it's always a little bit behind. Now, I was looking at the video over and over, and it looks really, really close as far as all three of them goes. If anything, the Garmin speed is a little bit off. Don't pay attention to the odometer, because the odometer is giving you the wrong reading simply because I forgot to press the play button when I started to ride. So the Garmin is not going to be up there on par with the Nami speedometer. But when it's set to 11 inches like it is on this part of the video, they weren't very cordial with each other either. Every time I go on a 15, 20, 30-mile ride, that's when you really see the differences between the 11-inch setting and the 10.5-inch setting. And of course, you can only change the settings by 0.5 increments or half-inch increments. For you guys that deal with kilometers per hour, I have no idea if it's in centimeters or anything like that. But if you look at the odometer on the computer screen, which is reading off the Draggy directly, and you look at the Garmin, they're usually at the same speed, and then the Nami will be a little bit off, usually reading a little bit higher. It is more pronounced the faster you go. But that's what I wanted to bring to your attention, is basically when you're looking at these little tests, look at the phone screen and the Garmin on the far left. Look at those screens first. Look and see how they're matching each other, and then look at the Nami's last. I was using cruise control in this video so you guys can see the differences. Now we have the 10.5-inch. You go to your P8 settings, you press M from the main screen twice really quickly. It'll take you to the P settings. It'll probably start at P2. You press the plus button on the Nami's control panel. You press the plus button until you get to P8. Once you get to P8, then you press the M button once. And that's how you are able to change the tire settings. Now this is 10.5, as you can see. Like I said, look at the Garmin and the Draggy first. They're usually about the same. The Garmin is a little more laggier as far as the speed reading because it is a bike GPS. So the GPS just doesn't read as super accurate as like the Draggy does. But look at them. They're just all right on par with each other. They're pretty, like I said, the Nami speedometer and the Draggy are within 0.3 of a mile an hour from each other. Of course, there's going to be a slight delay because the Nami's display isn't super quick like the Draggy is. But yeah, I just wanted to show this to you guys. When you're looking at a long distance ride, 30 miles, 40 miles, you know, this is equating to a couple of miles of a difference if you leave it at 11-inch versus what you really actually did. So if you guys want to have the most accurate readout, this is what you do. You change it to 10.5 on your P8 settings. That way you don't have to worry about having the wrong speed readings, your odometer reading out higher than what your scooter actually has on it. You do lose a little bit of pride. Like I said, the top speed will not be the same anymore. If you guys used to do 63, 64 on a Speedo, it's only going to be about 59, 60 in reality. And that's just what it is. I'd rather have the accurate speed reading. I can see why it was set to 11 versus 10.5, but we'll continue on with the video. That's what you want to do if you want to see how accurate your Nami is. If you leave it at 11 inches versus 10.5 inches. I will say that it's probably better if you can find a straight line that's about maybe 2 miles instead of 1 mile. I say that because you might not really appreciate the differences in the range, like reality versus what the Nami reads. If it's just 1 mile, the differences are going to be very small. If you go for a 30-mile ride and you leave it the way it is, you know, look, I think the speedometer and the odometer accuracy is important because if you're like me and you want to go somewhere, I'm using my Nami to travel to a destination, I'm taking a scenic route, and so I map it out on Google Maps. Google Maps says, hey, yo, Jay, this is like 18.4 miles, and then I only have like 20 miles of range. I may not make it there, and even though Google Maps said, hey, you know, it's only 18 miles, and you're like, well, I got 18 miles worth of battery left, but your Nami's reading faster than you're going. You know, that's kind of bad. That's bad. That's bad business. You want the Nami to be accurate. That way, you know, like, hey, if it's 18 miles, if I'm gonna ride 18 miles, okay, I'm almost there. My Nami says I'm at 17.8, so this place should be down the street here or around the corner. Boom, you're done. You know. So yeah, check that out, guys. All right, and like I said, Omaha, Kansas City, Vegas, especially Vegas. I know there's some guys in Vegas with Namis. You guys live in Vegas. I usually get there around Tuesday, like 2 and 3 in the morning, and I'm usually there until lunchtime Wednesday. So I'm in the northeast corner of Vegas, close to that Air Force base. So if you're like not too far from there, maybe I can link up with you in the morning, you know, 9 o'clock or whatever, and we could test that. I always have my draggy unit with me. So Jay on the Segway, thanks for watching, guys. Shout outs to Outbound Lighting. If you guys don't know who they are, it's a really good company that make lights for your bicycles, EUCs, electric scooters, whatever. If you just need any type of bike for your hardcore, oh shit, yo, why would you come over here? Like, yo, there's like a couple of these things over here. Yo, they bugging. Look at him. Like, why would you come over here, my guy? Why? Why would you itsy bitsy spider that ass over here? Like, come on, man. I'm a human. There's the third homie right there. These cats tripping. I'm about to get up out of here. They tripping. Anyways, yeah, we about to close this video out. Make sure I ain't taking none of these home with me. Thanks for watching, guys. Outbound Lighting, check them out if you need lights for your electric scooter. They got some bomb ass lights. If you're going to mount their lights on an upper kitty bar, for like, let's just say you have a Dualtron, you have a lower and upper kitty bar, and you want to use their bicycle mounts to mount on those mounts, in the comments below, when you order a light from them, they have a comment section before you send your order. Before you place it, they have a comment section. Go in the comment section and tell them if they have any of those inserts that go inside the inner part of the inner diameter of the mount, so that you can put it around a narrow handlebar. Ask them for that, and they'll put it in you. They didn't even charge me, so they may not charge you. It's super cool, and the lights is thebomb.com. Check out the lights, read the description, and yeah, if it's something you think you may like, check it out. And wait. Don't worry about the lumens. The lumens don't matter with these lights. These lights are well built. The design of the lights supersedes the lumens, if that makes sense. A lot of companies, they make a high lumen fucking light, but the light doesn't have, there's no, oh man, I don't even know here. He just disappeared. Get up off this motherfucking bench is what I'm gonna do. Look at this shit. Look at this motherfucker right here. Look at this motherfucker right here. What is it? What is that, a Siamese spider? Yo, I can see, I don't be messing with nature like that. Yo, they get me creeps right now. Anyways, don't worry about the lumens. A lot of companies, they overcompensate for their lights by giving you all these high lumens, 8,000 lumens, 6,000 lumens. But the design of the light, the way it shoots out of the actual housing is crap. It's trash. So Outbound Lighting, they actually design. Yo, that's crazy. Anyways, yeah, they focus on their design over the lumen output. They're going to give you a lot of lumens. You're going to still get good lumens, but the design, the way the light shines out, the way it's designed, the way it lasts, the programming of the lights is just the bomb, y'all. It's so cool. I really love their lights, and I really love their customer service. So if you want to get you a good light made in America, or designed in America and actually assembled in America too, by the way, check out Outbound Lighting, man. And this is one of those American products that's actually good. So anyways, Jay on the Segway. I see you guys on the next video. Get up away from these spiders, my guy.